What if everything we know about space and time is wrong? Buckle up because we're about to take a dive into a concept that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Picture this. Instead of the traditional view of space and time as a woven fabric or a field, we consider everything in terms of motion. Yes, you heard it right. Motion. This isn't just a random thought experiment, it's an attempt to address the limitations of our current theories. While our existing models have served us well, they've also left us with some tough questions. For instance, how can we reconcile the seemingly incompatible theories of quantum mechanics and general relativity? Here's where the new paradigm comes in. It suggests that the physical universe consists of nothing but motion. Everything from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy is either a motion, a combination of motions, or a relation between them. Think about it. Space cannot be measured without time, and time cannot be measured without space. This implies that positions in space are simply the history of past motions. This shift in perspective from space-based concepts to motion-based ones is not only motivated by the failures of the present paradigm but is also supported by this observed relationship between space and time. But what does a universe of motion look like? Well, it's a three-dimensional entity containing discrete units of motion, each with two reciprocal aspects, space and time. This intriguing pattern echoes the magnitudes, dimensions, and polarities of the ancient Greek concept of the tetractys, an ancient mathematical and logical map of cosmic harmony. So, as we venture into this groundbreaking approach, we invite you to keep an open mind. This new understanding of space-time might seem radical, even counterintuitive. But remember, the history of science is full of revolutionary ideas that initially seemed outlandish, only to become accepted truths later on. So let's delve deeper into this revolutionary idea. Space and time, as we perceive them, are intertwined in a dance of motion. We're all familiar with the concept of motion. But have you ever considered motion as the very essence of existence? A fresh perspective on space and time propels us to do just that. Instead of viewing space and time as separate entities, this new paradigm encourages us to see them as inseparable, measured only through their inherent relation, motion. Let's try to wrap our heads around this. Imagine a ball bouncing across a room. We can record its position at different moments in time, creating a sequence of points that traces its path. But what are these points really? They're not just positions in space. Rather, they're a record of the ball's motion. Each point is a snapshot of where the ball was at a specific moment in time. This concept, while hidden in plain sight, is revolutionary. It suggests that what we perceive as positions in space are actually histories of past motions. Think about it. Every object around you, every star in the night sky, even you yourself, are not just existing in an XYZ location. You're all carrying with you a history of motion that placed you in the X, Y, and Z location relative to any other entity in existence. This shift in perspective has profound implications. It implies that everything we observe in the universe is either a motion, a combination of motions, or a relation between them. A star burning bright in the sky is a series of nuclear reactions, each a motion in itself. The orbit of planets around the sun is a dance of gravitational pulls and pushes, a complex interplay of motions. The beauty of this idea is that it is not just a philosophical musing. It's grounded in observable reality. Space cannot be measured without time, and time cannot be measured without space. They are two sides of the same coin, forever linked by motion. This new paradigm of viewing the universe as nothing but motion, in three dimensions, in discrete units, and with two reciprocal aspects, space and time, does not just challenge our understanding of the universe, it revolutionizes it. Hence, motion becomes our key to unlocking the mysteries of the physical universe. Imagine a universe where everything is nothing but motion. A thought-provoking concept, isn't it? This is the heart of our new paradigm. It suggests that everything we perceive, from the smallest subatomic particle to the vast galaxies, is either a motion, a combination of motions, or relations between them. Now let's break this down a bit. What does it mean for something to be a motion? In simple terms, consider the journey from your home to your workplace. The entire process of getting from one point to another, that's motion. The path you take, the speed at which you move, it all contributes to the overall motion. Now imagine if everything we know and understand about the universe was based on similar principles. The twinkling stars in the night sky, the gentle breeze that rustles through the leaves, the flowing rivers that carve their way through landscapes. They all represent different forms of motion. But what about a combination of motions? Well, think about a ballet performance. Each individual movement of the dancers is a motion. But when these movements are combined, they create a beautiful, fluid dance. Similarly, the universe is like a grand cosmic ballet, with myriad motions coming together to create the spectacle that we see. And finally, the relations between motions. Back to our ballet analogy, the relationship between the movements of different dancers is crucial to the overall performance. In the same way, the relationships between different motions in the universe help shape the structure and behavior of everything within it. This perspective brings a fresh lens to our understanding of the universe. It's not about static points or fixed positions, it's about the continuous ebb and flow, the dynamic dance of motion. It's about understanding that positions in space are simply the history of past motions. This brings us to a new understanding of the universe, one where motion is the fundamental building block. So let's continue our journey, exploring this fascinating new paradigm where the universe is in constant motion. How does this new paradigm align with the ancient wisdom of the Tetractys? Let's dive into this fascinating connection. The Tetractys, a mystical symbol used by ancient Pythagoreans, is a triangle of 10 points arranged in 4 rows. It represents the organization of motion and the nature of matter. In this triangle, the first row represents the 0-dimensional point, the second row the 1-dimensional line, the third row the 2-dimensional plane, and the fourth row the 3-dimensional volume. Now consider the new paradigm of motion. We're talking about motion in 0, 1, 2, and 3 dimensions, just like the Tetractys. But what about the discrete units? Well, the Tetractys is composed of 10 distinct points. This mirrors the discrete nature of our new paradigm where everything is a distinct motion or a combination of motions. The 10 points of the Tetractys can be seen as 10 fundamental motions that make up the universe. The ancients called these 4 the monad, the dyad, the triad, and the tetrad. We'll have more to say on this later. Now let's talk about the 2 reciprocal aspects. In Pythagorean philosophy, the Tetractys also symbolizes the interplay of opposites, a balance between 2 polarities. This is strikingly similar to our new paradigm where each motion has 2 reciprocal aspects. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Tetractys is not just a static figure, it's a dynamic pattern, a mathematical representation of the process of becoming. This aligns beautifully with our motion-based universe where everything is a process, a constant becoming. So, in a way, our new paradigm of understanding the universe through motion echoes the wisdom of the ancient Pythagoreans. It's a fresh perspective, yet it's rooted in an age-old wisdom, a wisdom that saw the universe not as a static collection of objects but as a dynamic interplay of motion in harmony. The new paradigm thus aligns with the harmony and balance of the Tetractys. It's a powerful testament to the enduring relevance of ancient wisdom in our quest to understand the nature of the universe. It's a reminder that sometimes to move forward we must look back. What does this new understanding mean for us and our understanding of the universe? This new paradigm, where everything is built from fundamental motion, carries significant implications. It fundamentally alters our perception of space and time, challenging the established notions we've held for centuries. Space and time, rather than being separate entities, become intertwined in the dance of motion, inseparable and interdependent. This shifts our perspective from a universe that is a container of matter to one that doesn't need a container, forever progressing, defined by the ceaseless increase of space/time. Moreover, this paradigm suggests that positions in space are merely the histories of past motions. Imagine, for example, a planet's orbit. Under the new paradigm, we don't just see a planet moving in space over time. Instead, we see a trail of motion, a history of where the planet has been. This is a profound shift in our understanding where the universe becomes an ever-growing collection of motion cycles, rather than a limited collection of static points imagined as the expanse of space. This shift also deepens our understanding of the universe's fundamental nature. If everything is motion, then everything is interconnected. One motion affects another, in a complex web of interactions that spans the cosmos. This introduces a new layer of complexity to the universe, as we now have to consider not just the motions themselves, but their interrelations. And what about the fabric of reality itself? If the universe consists of nothing but motion, then what we perceive as reality may be just an illusion, a mirage created by the intricate dance of motions. This idea echoes the thoughts of some philosophers and scientists who have suggested that reality might be more akin to a hologram or a virtual reality simulation. Finally, this paradigm opens up new avenues of exploration. It challenges us to develop new tools, new theories, and new ways of thinking to understand the universe's dynamic nature. It pushes the boundaries of our knowledge, inviting us to delve deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos. The new paradigm challenges us to rethink our understanding of the physical universe, and it opens up new vistas of exploration. What lies ahead for this new paradigm? As we embark on this uncharted journey, it's clear that the concept of a universe built on motion presents both opportunities and challenges. This revolutionary perspective could significantly alter our perception of the cosmos, potentially rewriting the rules of physics as we know them. The effects of this paradigm shift could ripple through all aspects of scientific exploration, from cosmology to quantum mechanics. Theories that once seemed impenetrable may unravel, and new ones born of this fresh understanding may take their place. The potential for discovery is immense and the implications are far-reaching, but with this new frontier comes a slew of challenges. How do we reconcile this paradigm with existing theories and models? How do we design experiments that can validate or refute this perspective? And perhaps most importantly, how do we communicate this radically different view of the universe to a world accustomed to the traditional space-time narrative? These are all hurdles that we must overcome in the pursuit of knowledge. Yet, the potential opportunities outweigh the challenges. As scientists, we know that the path to discovery is often fraught with obstacles, but it's through overcoming these obstacles that we truly grow and learn. The challenges posed by this new paradigm are no different. They're opportunities for us to push the boundaries of our understanding, to question our assumptions, and to forge new paths in our quest to decipher the mysteries of the universe. Moreover, this paradigm has the potential to inspire a new generation of thinkers, innovators, and explorers. It reminds us that science is not static but dynamic, constantly evolving and adapting as we accumulate new knowledge and insights. It encourages us to think differently, to question the norm, and to never stop exploring. In the grand scheme of things, this paradigm shift represents more than just a new understanding of space and time. It symbolizes our relentless pursuit of knowledge, our courage to challenge conventional wisdom, and our unwavering commitment to uncovering the truths of our universe. As we venture into this brave new world of understanding, the only limit is our imagination. In conclusion, the new paradigm of understanding the universe through motion offers a fresh, revolutionary perspective. As we've delved into this new perspective, we've seen how it shifts our understanding from space-based concepts such as fabrics, fields, loops, networks, or connections, to the simple yet profound concept of motion. Everything in the physical universe becomes either a motion, a combination of motions, or a relation between them. It's a perspective not just motivated by the shortcomings of the current paradigm, but also supported by the observable relationship between space and time. We've explored how the inability to measure space without time, and vice versa, implies that our positions in space are simply the history of past motions. This understanding leads us to a universe that is not a static entity, but a dynamic, ever-changing symphony of motion. The new paradigm also aligns beautifully with the magnitudes, dimensions, and polarities of the tetractys. Motion, in multiple dimensions, in discrete units, with two reciprocal aspects, mirrors the pattern we see in this ancient philosophical symbol. It's as if the tetractys, a symbol from over 2,000 years ago, was hinting at this groundbreaking concept all along. As we've examined the implications of this paradigm shift, we've seen its potential to revolutionize our understanding of the universe. It could rewrite the way we perceive everything from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies, and even the fabric of reality itself. It's a paradigm that not only offers answers to some of the most perplexing questions in science but also invites a whole host of new ones. The future of this paradigm is full of potential. It promises to open up new avenues of research, inspire innovative theories, and deepen our understanding of the cosmos. As we continue on this path of discovery, we're not just learning about the universe, we're redefining our place within it. As we journey on this path of discovery, we are reminded that the universe is not just a vast expanse of space and time, but a symphony of motion. In this new series of videos, we will see how developing the consequences of this new paradigm of nothing but motion leads to a new understanding of the particles of the Standard Model, a new model that emerges from a new understanding of motion called scalar motion. Stay tuned for more, much more.